Hi everybody, Max Payment here from Ross Virtual Solution, and in this video today I'll be showing you guys how to use our Datalinq plugin by using the logic panel here in our Lucid Studio, and how to do a multi-value input into our 3D text in Voyager. Alright, so let's get started. So in our Voyager we have multiple text, 3D text applied to a panel here. So we have the name, Liverpool, height, age, position, goals, all listed here. And then we have our values that we're going to want to populate using logic panel and using Datalinq to input the values. So the file we want to use for a data source is going to be a text file. So we have the results here. It's also divided by a comma. So in terms of the comma is a different source, a different value. That's the way Datalinq is going to treat it. So if we close this now, actually we can leave it open. We're going to need to open Datalinq, so expression Datalinq server. And what we're going to do is create that Datalinq source. So we're going to point the file and load it in our Datalinq source, and then use that in our Lucid logic panel to populate the text in the 3D text. All right, so let's add new. We're going to select text Datalinq source. Okay. It's going to prompt us to select the text file. So the file name here is going to go to my desktop. Let's take a bit to load here. All right, we're going to select our sport stats text file. By default, we're going to leave everything the same, but we can decide if we wanted to pull every 5 seconds, like pull the info from the file, or wait for a file change. So when you click save, it will populate. So I'm going to keep it so that I have control of what's being brought on air. So I'm going to leave it so that every time I click save on the file, it's going to populate the text. Here's where you can determine like what the comma does, if it separates the values or whatnot. So you can change all these settings in the format section. So for now, we're going to leave it the way it is. Let's click OK. I'm going to name this sport stats. And there we go. We've created a Datalinq source that we're going to point to in our logic. All right, so once that's done, we can close it. When you close it, it will prompt you that it is minimized in the system tray. It does tell the port number as well, port 888, which is what we're going to be assigning to. In our logic panel. So let's open Voyager so we can see the changes. All right, so now let's jump into Lucid Studio. If you don't see a logic panel, pretty easy to do. Find the logic panel here, drag it in. There we go. We're going to want to add a logic panel here. So let's name that our same thing, sport stats. All right, so we've got a blank canvas, so we're going to want to add a Datalinq node in here. So if you just type in Datalinq, let's try again. I click Datalinq, there we go. We'll click on it, so it's going to add our Datalinq panel here. So as you can see, it's red, it's saying no IP or port number. So we have to assign our IP and our port to our Datalinq server. So to do so, we're going to right click on the side. You can type in IP and local IP address node should pop up. And it should automatically grab your IP. And let's attach this to the IP node. And then we're going to need our port number from our Datalinq. So again, by opening up Datalinq, it should tell you on the top here, port 8888. And I believe by default, that's what it should be put as. So let's right click. We're going to add an integer source. We're going to type in 8888. And then let's attach this to our port number. So you see automatically, just by attaching the IP and the port, it is connecting to our Datalinq server. Right now it's automatically going to TechMeme right now. So we're going to want to switch that to our sports stats. So basically it's what we've selected here, what we've created in our Datalinq. So we want to point it to our project for each list. So each list is going to select the Maybe you can grab it from any other sources as well, so different sources, but for today we're going to want to grab it from our main text file. So I'm going to make sure that I change all these to the sports stats. Oops. You can also select your number of fields if you want to add more or less. I'm going to say a data link here. And then you can manually assign the column and row, or I find it easier just to kind of set it. So when you click set, it's going to bring up another window, and I can click to where I want the stats to change. So if I want the first row to be the age, I can click here for the age. For this demo, let's just do a height first. And second row will be the age. I'll just do 3 to show you guys how to do multi values. And then let's do goals. And then now we need to point it to the correct text in Lucid. So right now we don't have any text added inside of our panel, our position panel. So let's do that right now. So we're gonna save this for now. Click OK. So right now we don't have any objects in our position panel, so let's add that now. So we're going to add in the sets, we can search by text, and now we have all of our text fields here. So we said we wanted our, let's just add them all in there. So in case later on we want to add more, click them all, let's add it. Now we have them in our panel here. And now because they're in our panel, our position panel, we can add them into our logic Datalinq template. So let's go back, let's edit the logic, sports stats logic. We're gonna right click, we're gonna type in text, and let's add a Lucid item text. Let's make this bigger so we can see the text. All right. So let's select which text we want to affect. So right now we have, let's do the height first. So let's do drop down. We'll do height result. So that's what we named the height result over here. Make sure we have the same one. Yeah, we're good. So we've selected our height result text, and then we want to point field 1 to the text. And then we see that it's grabbed the info, and automatically it's changed it in Voyager as well. Let's do another one, text, Lucid item text. Now we're going to do the age. So let's select the drop down age result right here. And same thing, we selected in our field 2 age. And if we're not sure, we can always redo it. And let's point our field 2 to our text. So you'll see we grabbed age 55, and then let's do one last one. The last one was, let's do goals. So we're gonna right click, text, Lucid item text. Let's select goals result, and then attach field 3 to our text. So now we've added 3 different values from our Datalinq server. And then we can actually change these live as well. So once we're happy with the way it's been set up, let's click save, okay. And now in theory, if we change the text file, it should automatically change these by the time I click on save. So let's change this to 184 centimeters. Let's put the age to 42, and then goals 155. So now if I click save, I should see the results populate automatically. There you go. And there you go. So that's how we do how we add a Datalinq server, how we point it in our logic panel and get it all set up, and then populate the text live from a text file. All right, thanks for watching.